guys, today I'm going to do a little, not tutorial, I'm sure you've seen them all before, but I'm gonna make my first, we'll have a first play with one of these Marquee Love. It's by Heidi Swapp, and I picked up the star from Spotlight when they had it on sale. So I did want to do it for my little boy's room, but I decided I'm going to treat myself. So I'm going to try and colour it with some of the distress stains, see how I go. And I've picked out some things from the Heidi Swapp September Skies, as well as a couple of silhouette die cuts and some POW gold glitter paper. So let's see how it goes. Hi guys, welcome to another process video. Today I'm doing something a little bit different, and I'm going to create a, well, not create, it's kind of creative for you, but put together one of the marquee lights from Heidi Swapp's new Marquee Love range. I got this on sale at Spotlight and I chose to do the star. Originally I had chosen to do it for my son's bedroom, and then for some reason when I was picking out the products it got a bit girly for my boy's room, so I ended up making it to display in my kitchen. So what I'm doing to start off with is using the POW paper, and I've used the template that was included in the kit to just trace around to cut out the star image. Now I'm really sorry that my camera went a little bit out of focus there, so I'm having some issues with my camera. So I've marked out the circles now. I'm sure there's an easier way of doing this, but what I did was poke a hole through the centre, and then I used a tinier pair of precision scissors to cut out the circles. So as you can see, I'm going around poking the holes through, and this took a bit of time, just going around and carefully cutting out the circles. It doesn't matter too much if you're not a super fussy cutter and it's not perfect, because by the time you put the bulbs in and the bulb caps, you really are not going to see the edges at all. But I mean, of course, don't go wild and hack it, but I mean, it's not, you don't have to do a perfect job, and by all means I did not do a perfect job at cutting these little tiny circles out at all. I'm sure there's a hole punch or something that might make this easier, but I just went with the scissors. I've got a E and a J on the way because my son's name's Elijah, but he quite often gets called EJ, so I'm going to do a little EJ for his room. So I may have another process video up soonish, and I'm going to go a little bit more masculine, which will be a bit of different process to this one. So what I did was used some distress stain to colour the inside channel of this marquee light. I had to take the cap off the top because it just wasn't going to work using the, I don't know what you call that, the sponge on top of the distress stains wasn't going to get into the edges. So I removed the cap and used a paintbrush to paint this on. And because it's such a liquid, like a runny liquid, it went very smoothly onto the surface, and it's a stain, so it really gives you quite a good coverage. And the colour that I'm using is peacock feathers. I'm not sure if I mentioned that at the beginning of this video. So I'm just making sure that I'm getting into the cracks, and I didn't want to go too far over the edge too much because I had planned on glittering the edges. I think the only thing looking back on this video, I'd probably next time go a bit more simple. The ones that I'm going to be doing for my son's bedroom, I'm hoping to maybe spray paint, which will make this process easier again. So now I'm going to use some triple tack glue from Express It. I didn't buy this, so I'm not sure where you can buy it from. I actually won this in a prize from when I worked for Scrapbook Creations a long time ago. So I'm going to use that because it seems very tacky, like the glitter glue that comes with this collection. I wasn't able to purchase that because nowhere in Australia has that yet. Spotlight's only carrying the marquee letters and symbols at the moment, not the accessories to go with the line. So that's okay, I'm just going to improvise. And what I should have done, and my tip for you would be to maybe, if you're going to do this, to glue a few parts and then glitter and then go back to gluing, because by the time I'd got to the original section that I'd glued to put glitter on, it had sort of dried a little bit too much, and it may have worked better if I glittered it straight away. So now I'm going to add this glitter, which is from American Crafts, and it's it's not a chunky glitter, but it's in between the fine and the chunky, so it's quite a nice textured glitter. I went with gold because my favourite colour combination is turquoise and gold. Oh, sorry. So I really liked this combination of colours together. So I had to work a few, these are only small jars of glitter, so I had to work a few times to pour it back in the jar and then glitter again, pour it back in the jar and repeat the process over and over again. I also had to add more glue, and then I realised, like, during the process of doing this, that it worked better if I pressed the glitter down slightly with my finger. More of it stayed on the letter. As you can see, that's what I'm doing with my finger there. I did speed up this video quite a lot because it took me a long time to get the star painted and then glittered, so we would have been sitting here for over an hour if I hadn't have sped up the video, so I'm sorry if it's a little bit fast for you. It's just quite a process. It's not a hard process, it just takes a bit of patience. It's something maybe you can do on a rainy day. I quite enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to getting some spray paint and doing some for my boy's room. He's getting a room makeover very soon, which is a bit exciting because he's now, I'm just trying to think of how old he is, that's terrible. February, March. He's almost 15 months old. So I'm about to put him into his big boy room. So I've started to get some room decor together and whatnot. It's very exciting. So these are really cool because they make really cool home decor projects, and you don't have to go too DIY, like most of it's made for you, you just have to really decorate. So I'm just topping up the glitter. I went back and there were a few spots that didn't have quite enough glitter on them, so I went back with my paintbrush and added some more glue and just added some more glitter. And that was enough to fix the bald spots on the star. Now what I'm going to do is place my the power glitter paper in. I thought it was self-adhesive, which I think it might be, but it took me ages, and then I realised that it would be sort of held in by the bob caps anyway. So what I did was just add some tape and stuck that in. And I'm pretty sure at some point I turned the video off and let it dry. I also went around the top edges again with the Distress stain after the glitter had dried, just so that in case there were any misbits. Now I think that this is when I left it for a while to turn it off and I placed the lights in. I just showed you there. You do get a little sheet that shows you where to put the lights, and it's very easy to follow, so you probably don't even need the instructions really, it's pretty simple. So now I'm using the September Skies bits and pieces to embellish the star. So I'm really keeping this super simple. I've added a couple floral pieces and this acrylic word, which I adhered with some clear glue, simply because I was using my hot glue gun and the hot glue gun would have melted this plastic. So I adhered that with the clear glue, and then I added some of those gorgeous gold sparkly enamel dots. And I think I may have even, which you will see in a second, I adhered another die cut from the range, which was a cardstock one, and I stuck that down with some hot glue. So there you have it, and that is my finished marquee light, and you'll see me in a second switch it on for you to see it all lit up and pretty. I really hope you enjoyed this video showing you how I put my marquee light together, and if you've made one, I would love to see it, so please link me below because they are so awesome. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!